Wait. Wait. That's not a tree, that's a cloud. Hello, everyone. So for those that don't know, in build mode, you can stretch blocks using your 5 key. You can stretch it however you like. And for some blocks, let's say your fancy chair, you cannot. Right? So what if I were to tell you that there's a way to stretch any block you'd like? Well, virtually, because there are some blocks like this where you can only stretch it up and down. So, how are we going to stretch this fancy chair, for instance? So what we're going to want to do is we're going to do our 6 key, right? And then we're going to select whichever thing we want to stretch. Now, yes, the 6 key allows you to move stuff, but what this will also do is when you hit your 5 key now we can stretch it up and down and whatnot. Now I might actually have to place another whole block here and select my 5 key on my whole block here, because then what this allows me to do is this allows me to stretch in any direction I like. So what we're going to do is we're going to do our normal stretch, and you can see that the blocks kind of get a little bit deformed. This doesn't work on all the blocks, right? So for example, if we go to the dining restaurant table and we do our stretch technique, it doesn't actually change. So this doesn't work for every single block, but it works for most. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to stretch here, and if I let go, it'll actually go back to its normal state. However, we can trick the game into thinking that this is actually stretched. So what we're going to do is we're going to release or left click, but then we're going to quickly grab it again. And this does take some getting used to. Let's try through there. And now we have this very elongated fancy chair. I guess you could call it a fancy bench. But right now it is its own block, and I can move it how I want it to. I can even stretch it again if I'd like. And now it kind of looks like a sofa. And again, I can stretch it. Yeah, you can stretch it out, but as soon as you get to the length you want, you won't be able to shrink it. So if I go back to the fancy chair and I want to stretch it too wide, then I can do that. And again, I can't shrink it back down. I guess I can. Okay, yeah, now I can't. So what I guess this means is you have to get this the first time, and if you want to like go from 3 back to 2, you have to do it while you still have your stretch, right? So you can't click off of it. And again, if you want to shrink it back down, you have to do the same trick. So this is cool and all. However, when I go to save, right, this is my help thing. And then I go to load. Unfortunately, our glitched stretch blocks will not stay. And so you will have to do this trick for more of your blocks. But who knows what you can do with this trick? May even be some new options for blocks. For example, if I go to events and I do the vial and we do our little stretch trick, and you might have to change your angling to be able to grab your stretch. But what you can do now is you can actually get this really small wire, and you can, I don't know, maybe you can use this as a wall wire right here. So let's say we have our wall, we're facing a wall right here, and we can behave as though this wire is going through the wall. That's just an example of what you can do now. Now, I haven't done much testing with these stretch blocks, but I'm excited for what could happen. And that'll be all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and if you'd like to see more of this, you know what to do. Goodbye.